Hello, viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are just stumbling on my channel for the very first time, please, I'm begging you, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell because trust me, I have a lot of packages for you. So, we've been discussing marriage basically. We've looked at statutory marriage or marriage under the act. We've exhaustively looked at it. We looked at the essential validities of a statutory marriage. How do you conduct a valid statutory marriage? What are the do's and don'ts? If you have not seen those videos, those videos are right there on my channel. Please do well to watch those videos. So today we have moved from statutory marriage or marriage under the act, and now we are moving to marriage under native law and custom. Yes, traditional marriage. That is what we will be looking at today. Many people have been asking, how do we contract a valid marriage under native law and custom? If you want to celebrate your marriage under native law and custom and you want it to be valid, there are steps, there are things that you need to do, because most times, just like marriage under the act, if you don't do the proper things, at the end it will be held that your marriage under native law and custom, your traditional marriage, is not valid, is void. We are going to look at some cases. Now, if you want to contract a valid marriage under native law and custom, the first thing that you need to do is you have to meet the parents of the lady in question. Unlike under statutory marriage, where I said consent of parents is not really necessary, where the person is above 21 years. But under native law and custom, the consent of the parents is essential, is necessary, is important. Without the consent of the parents, there cannot be a valid marriage under native law and custom, because even marriage under native law and custom is viewed to be a marriage between two families. So the consent of the parents of the person you want to marry is very important under native law and custom. But under marriage under the act, consent is not required where the person is above 21 years. That is one thing. Now, after you have obtained the consent of the parents, of course, they are going to give you the list of things to buy. You get the list. They will also tell you the bride price. Then you have to get whatever thing they ask you to buy. You definitely need to buy those things. Then you have to pay the bride price. Bride price is very essential. If you don't pay bride price, there is no marriage under native law and custom. It cannot be waived. The parents cannot waive it. It's one of the essentials of a valid marriage under native law and custom. So at times some parents will be like, oh, we are not selling our daughters, okay, so they can just get something as low as 10 naira, 20 naira. Or some people will be like, oh, if we collect that amount, we feel like our daughter is cheap, so they want to go for something higher. But most times some parents will be like, we are not selling our daughters, but they are not giving the daughter to you for free either, so they have to get something. So there must be payment of bride price. So after payment of bride price, another essential thing is that the parent of the bride would have to hand over the bride to the bridegroom. Yes, the woman would have to be handed over to the man. And after that has been done, then the bride would have to be led home. Yes, the bride will have to be led to her husband's house. I hope you are following. The bride will have to be led to her husband's house. If the bride is not led to her husband's house, that marriage is not valid. Okay, we are going to examine some case. There is a case of Abiodun and Beckley, or Beckley and Abiodun. So basically what happened in that case was, Beckley was a Lagosian. He was in Lagos with his parents. Then he moved to Jos. Then while he was in Jos, there was like an arrangement marriage. Let me put it that way, like an arrangement marriage. The young man, contacted his father that the father should arrange a girl for him. So the lady was, the bride price was paid, the dano ceremony was done and everything. But the young lady, that is Miss Alade, was not led home. Remember, Beckley was in Jos, so Miss Alade was still staying with her parents in Lagos. So when Beckley spent some time in Jos, he fell in love with another lady, Abiodun. That's Abiodun in this instance. Beckley fell in love with Abiodun. Then they wanted to celebrate marriage under the act. Under the act, I told you that they have to give notice of the intended marriage. Then when they give notice, a caveat was entered on the ground that there was a valid native law and custom, like there was a valid marriage under native law and custom. So caveat was entered on that ground. I remember, if you have watched those videos, caveat is basically saying that this marriage cannot go on because there are some impediments, there are some obstacles that will not allow this marriage to go on. So when that caveat was entered, the court has to look at it. Was there a valid marriage? So what the court held, that although there was payment of bride price, the dano ceremony and everything was done, but Miss Alade was not led home because Miss Alade was still staying with her parents even after the payment of the bride price. So there was no valid marriage under native law and custom. So it is very important that under native law and custom, you get the consent of the parents of the bride. You get to pay the bride price. Also, the dowry is very important. Those are the least. The dowry is important. The bride price is very important. Then the bride will be handed over to the bridegroom. Then the bride will have to be led home, led to her husband's house. So those are the things. That is how you celebrate a valid marriage under native law and custom. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please do also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also do well to share this video with your family and friends, and drop your comments in the comment section if you have any question. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way next time, I remain my humble self, Jacob Jonah, yes, alias Street Lawyer.